What up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Liberia to the World. Today, though, I want to talk about something really specific. I have one important information for you guys who are traveling to Liberia. Now, we all know the COVID pandemic in Liberia right now is on the rise. The risk level right now is going up. I think it's to level 4. So people are being advised to stay away from the country. However, though, some of you guys are still going to Liberia. Some of you have to go to Liberia for some personal or whatever reason that you have to go to Liberia, and you will be going soon. I did see a lot of comments on the channel from you guys who said that you have your trip coming up to Liberia in the next couple of weeks, the next month or so. But also, even if you're not going to Liberia, you have people living in Liberia who are really concerned about the COVID situation, and also people who are living in Liberia but have to be outdoors, have to go to work, have to be outside getting things done in order to make a living or feed the family or whatever it is. They have to be out there. Not everybody can go into lockdown or at least to quarantine or stay at home. Most people in Liberia have to go out there and get it. So today's video, though, I'm gonna something that I would highly recommend that you take with you if you're going to Liberia, or maybe buy a few of them. I don't know, however many you can buy, and then send it to Liberia. I think people are still shipping to Liberia. People are still going to Liberia, so you can have them take some of these for your family members for you, and you can use it. Hear a lot of stories about people either being tested positive or not getting their result and being stuck at the airport. We all hear those kind of stories and everything like that. It's really concerning. The hope is that will be fixed. I did see another post on Facebook, and also there was a link to an actual source that stated that the whole COVID testing result thing is being resolved. A lot of people are getting their results early now, or not early, but on time in order to make their flight. So that's a great news. That's great to hear. Hopefully that will continue so people are able to make their flight, so people are able to come home. Because if you're in Liberia, you're staying there for however long you're staying there, and you're flying back, I mean, it's crucial that you get on that plane to come back. Most of us, when we go to visit or go for business reason and we're flying back, you've already canceled or packed your stuff. You've already budgeted for where you're staying, transportation, all of that stuff is already ended. You're leaving the country. So to stay another day, not even to mention another 6 days that's going to take, because if you don't get a result, if you miss a flight, or if you test false positive, they'll ask you to wait 3 days, do the test, go back 3 days again. So that extends the time you stay in Liberia by quite a while. And we all know most of us have to come back to work, to family and stuff like that. Plus, some people, when they go, they're renting and things like that. That's a lot of extra cost in Liberia. So something that I find out, maybe some of you may know about this, but something that I did, somebody recommended to me and I did use, that I think is very crucial when you go into Liberia. Do not go without this product. It's called Binax Now. So there it is. It's called Binax Now. So this is a self-COVID test, and it's very accurate. And it uses the same method that when you go to do your COVID test at different facilities, especially those of us here in the U.S., when you go to like Walgreens and Hy-Vee and all these places, when you go to do your COVID test, it's kind of like the same method that they use to do your test is what they package in this. So this is a pretty easy, simple nasal swab, and you get your results in 15 minutes. So basically, I would highly recommend take this with you. I wish I knew this before going to Liberia. This is probably mainly for yourself, as far as just to know, because this has 2 tests in it. So you can do a self-test 2 times to really get that, to reassure yourself about the results. So I'll go over the packaging and what's inside and how crucial it is to take this with you to Liberia. And also, if you have families in the country, like I said, that have to be outdoors and stuff like that, you can probably send a few of these. Now, these are $23. So plus tax and everything, it'll be $25 a piece, and each has 2 tests in it. So you can either have 2 people use it, each person use 1 test. The test, like I said, is pretty accurate, or have 1 person just do 2 tests on themselves to kind of give that reassurance, right? So you can buy these at Walgreens. So that's where I don't know if they sell them anywhere else. They probably do, but these are sold at Walgreens here in the U.S. And you can probably Google it or check on online and stuff like that. You may be able to find it and have it shipped to you. I'm pretty sure maybe Amazon. I'll probably buy in store, just not to run the risk of buying stuff online and, stuff like that. I'll buy in store at a specific store location like Walgreens and do that. So I'll go ahead and I'll open it up and show you the packaging and everything, how it looks like. They have a packet inside that has the instruction in it. And so that will show you all the steps and everything. But I'll go over how to use it here on the video so that you guys can see as well. And I'll also go ahead and do a test on myself, and hopefully it doesn't come up positive. But yeah, let's go ahead and do this. And like I said, make sure the seal right here is on both sides. I've just opened this side, but make sure the seal is on both sides right there. But let's open it up. So it comes like this. This is the kit inside, like that, and it has instruction manuals inside as well. But I'll go over everything in here. But this is what it looks like. You have 1, 2. Should be another one of this. I think it's just one. Oh, there it is. 2 of these. So basically, you have these tubes. So these it houses the liquid that you will be putting in the tester to activate the reaction for the test results. You get 2 nasal swab. So you get this one right here, and also 2 of them in here. 2 in here. Everything is 2 because the test is 2. So 2 of those. 2 of the liquid. This liquid should be enough. Just 1 of this should be enough for both tests, but just in case, to put 2 in there. So let's go there. All right, and this right here is the tester itself. So let's open this up. This is the tester itself. So make sure it'll say don't touch certain part of it. All right, well, this thing is just to keep it not to spoil or whatever. But here's the tester right here. So make sure it says the instructions, don't touch the inside part of this. So anywhere inside, don't touch it, but this is here. So right here, you put the liquid and you put the tube in here, and then you close it up. And then right here, you see the blue line. I don't know if you would see it. Right now I have the blue line right there, but that's the line that will change color depending on if it's positive. Just like a pregnancy test, you get 1 line for negative, 2 line for positive.
In the box, you'll find 2 test cards, 2 dropper bottles, 2 swabs, an instruction sheet, and a COVID-19 fact sheet. You will also need a timer, which is not included with the test. Gloves are also recommended during test, but are not included. Wash or sanitize your hands. Make sure they are dry before starting. Take 1 test card, 1 dropper bottle, 1 swab, and your timer.
So right there, it says the instructions, don't touch this part. Don't touch the actual place you put in your nose. And make sure your hands are clean and dry and everything, because you don't want this contaminated. That's going to give you a false results, or it may contribute to giving you a false result. So don't touch this actual part you put in your nose. But you can just open it from right here like this. Basically like this, and pull this out. So this is the part that you put in your nose right here. You know what I mean? This part. This is the nasal swab thing that you put in your nose. So let's go ahead and I'm going to do a test on myself. Hopefully it's not disgusting putting this in my nose. But so there it is, right? So this thing has a liquid that you put. It'll say you should put it in the first hole. So let me make sure. So you put it in the first hole, this hole right here. You put it in this hole right here, and then you take the nasal swab and you put the nasal swab in here like this, in this first hole, and push it. So the nasal swab, whatever sample you collected from your nose, will be on here. You put it in here, and then the liquid will be right here. They will activate the liquid, and you close it, and then that's when it'll activate this part. Then it'll tell you if you're positive or negative. All right. So there it is right there. So let's go ahead and do the test, okay?
Remove the test card from the pouch and lay it flat on a table for the entire test. Keep testing kit and kit components out of the reach of children and pets before, during, and after use. Make sure there is a blue line showing in the result window. If you don't see a blue line at the control position before starting the test, do not use the test card and contact technical support. Open the test card so it lies flat on your table. Do not touch the test strip. Remove the dropper bottle cap. Hold the dropper bottle straight over the top hole, not at an angle. Slowly put 6 drops into the top hole. Do not touch the card with the bottle tip. Collect your nasal sample. Open the swab package at the stick end and remove the swab. Be sure to keep your fingers away from the swab end. Swab both nostrils carefully. Insert the entire soft tip of the swab into one nostril, usually 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch. You do not need to go deeper. Using medium pressure, rub the swab against all of the inside walls of your nostril. Make 5 big circles for about 15 seconds. Using the same swab, repeat the swabbing in your other nostril. Next, perform the test. Keep the card flat on the table. Insert the swab tip into the bottom hole. Firmly push the swab tip from the bottom hole until it is visible in the top hole. Do not remove the swab from the card. Turn swab to the right, clockwise, 3 times to mix the swab with the drops. Do not skip this step. Leave the swab in the card for the remainder of the test. Peel the adhesive tape liner off of the right edge of the card. Be careful not to touch other parts of card. Close the left side of the card over the swab. Press firmly on the 2 lines on the right edge of the card to seal it. Keep the card face up on your table. Wait 15 minutes. Do not move or touch the card during this time. After 15 minutes, check your result. It is important to not read the result before 15 minutes. Results should not be read after 30 minutes. Next, check your result. To check for a positive result, look at the result window carefully for 2 pink or purple lines. Make sure you look closely at the bottom half of the results window, where it says sample. Even a faint line next to sample is a positive result. A negative result will have only 1 pink or purple line on the top half of the results window, where it says control. This means that COVID-19 was not detected. But if you see any of these results, the test is invalid. An invalid result means this test was unable to determine whether you have COVID-19 or not. A new test is needed to get a valid result.
This way. There you go. You see that one red line up here? That means I'm negative. Okay, so you gotta dig it deeper in your nose so you make sure the line is sometimes the line is very faint. But if it's positive, you will clearly see another line on the bottom and then another red line on the top. But because I'm COVID negative, you see that right there? There it is. You see that? That one red line on the top, that means it's negative. The one red line right on the top means it's negative, right? If it was positive, there'll be another red line on here. You see the direction right here? It says 2 red lines, positive, 1 for negative. So I got only 1 red line, so which means I'm COVID negative. So you can do this twice. You can do this test twice. That's why you have this one here, and there's another one of this thing. There's another one in here. So you can actually do the test 2 times to really make sure that you're negative. Both of them show that you're negative. It shows that you're negative. So something that's important to take with you to Liberia. If you're traveling, I'll probably just take 1 or 2 with me to Liberia. Whilst you're there, especially if you're there for an extended period of time, if you're outdoors, probably test yourself twice while you're there to make sure before even going to Sophie or whatever it is that you're going to do your COVID test coming back. Because if you do your test the day of that you're going, right? You do your test the day you're going to Sophie. When you go to Sophie to do your COVID test and they come back and tell you you're positive, you know, that's highly unlikely that that information is correct, which, like I said, is happening a lot. Hopefully, though, like This is not a Liberia thing, right? False positive happens everywhere, even in the great United States. False positive happens. The reason why I'm making this video and stressing on this because you are a traveler, you're coming back. So staying there another however many days is going to be really inconvenient for you. Doesn't mean Liberia is the worst, you COVID testing and stuff like that, and whatever. This is just saying that false positive happens. And it's even worse if it happens to you who are traveling back to the United States, to Europe, Asia, wherever you're coming from. So that's a great little tool there for you guys. Hopefully you appreciate and you enjoy this video. Go ahead and purchase one of those at Walgreens, wherever it is. Put the name on there, Google it, whatever picks them up, or just buy a few of them, send it back home to your people back home. Or if you're going yourself, make sure you take that along with you, man. All right, so that's a gem for you guys, a little gem for you guys right there. Smash the like button. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. I'm bringing you content every probably 3 times a week. Make sure we keep it consistent for you guys, man. Have a good day. Thanks for watching.